Now I understand why Seniac titles the video Ring of Hell. Seniac, we have traffic for days. Daily traffic on the 35W in Fort Worth, Texas. Laughing. Hold my beer. You fool! Make another 1 hour vid. My routine when a new video comes out. Wake up, school, lay in bed watching Seniac. Sleep me. Seniac will never read my comment. Seniac still don't wanna read it. Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Fool's Kingdom here in City Skylines, where last episode, guys, your boy Snowy dared me to turn on, turn off despawn mode. With now the 22,000 vehicles we have within this kingdom with the the more vehicles mod. And it caused ultimate chaos and destruction. We ain't gonna lie to you right now, guys. It didn't go too well, but we managed to solve a big chunk of the traffic because all vehicles are trying to make their way to or through the Fool's Kingdom, should I say. That kingdom, our kingdom, is taking a beating. Now, we did a bunch of traffic fixes, solved a lot of issues, and things are looking good for the Fool's Kingdom, but all the vehicles outside of that kingdom in other kingdoms right now are slowly starting to suffer. So while we're going to continue the expansions today, we're also going to hopefully build a new bridge over from a different kingdom to hook up to our highway system. Now, if you guys do enjoy this episode and want to see more of the Fool's Kingdom in the future, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new right here, then make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when that next episode does come out. So, boys, we are back. Now, we had traffic for days, I can't even English right now, around the big ring road that goes all the way around the Fool's Kingdom, because this is like the kind of centerpiece of all the highways that link from other kingdoms. Now, we did a lot of fixes. Traffic is flowing beautifully around here. I just noticed that they're kind of stopping and starting there for a second. Hold on. They can all freely flow through, so maybe I just kind of caught it at the wrong moment. I think I did. But either way, it's all looking good. But traffic kind of coming from different areas, like if I check out the Toll Booth Kingdom, whew, damn! So we got to kind of solve that. There's little issues here that we kind of need to fix as well. But we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. I know Oil Town has now all of a sudden having issues with the imports and exports here. I don't know why they're choosing this one over everything else, but it's causing huge pile-ups and cleanups in all three right now. But yeah, looking dangerous. So before we take a look at any other type of traffic fixes, I know some of these areas are dying out right now, but it's all because some of the vehicles can't get to where they need to get to. We should have the deaf vehicles driving around. Where are they? Do we need more in this place? I feel like I might need a few more. Right, let's place one there and one there just for the sake of it. You will have your deaf buildings. But yeah, before doing any traffic fixes, I want to take a look at building this bridge because I can fix all the traffic, build a bridge, and then not have all the traffic on the bridge. At least if I build the bridge first, we'll get some alleviation as we start fixing traffic pretty much around all the other areas. Now, I want to take a look at the overview of the whole place. We have roads coming from left, right, and center, pretty much. Left, right, and center. And Fishtown, Veganville, they all filter through the Toll Town to get in here. Now, that is where we have the majority of the traffic. So, we got to think of an alternative way to kind of bring another road over here. Going from Veganville to Ortown, probably not the best bet because it's going to then filter the traffic through the centre of the downtown area, which will put a little bit more pressure on us than what we got right now. We have the Hugh roads tearing through here, so it makes sense to do a road from Fishtown to this unnamed kingdom so it can hook up to the highway on this area. That is my thought process behind all of this. Now, how am I going to do it? I truly don't know, because I know the traffic backups all the way to over here. So, if anything, we kind of maybe want it to happen before this, maybe? Oh, it's a bit of a tough one. I mean, I can make it pop out there, get over to here, and then connect up to this junction. I mean, I don't know how much it would enable us or help us, but it allows them to kind of do a little bit of a shortcut route to get to where they need to get to, rather than having to go for all the way through the Toll Town area. It might be a better bet, but the problem is, we're going to be building that type of connection in the mountain area, in the tunnels. Now, not a problem, but it does get a little bit difficult. We implemented something similar here, which does its job. Don't get me wrong, it does its job, but damn, it's a little bit juicy. So we're going to try and implement it here. You can see the traffic backs all the way up to there. So we'll see what we could do. Now, I don't know if it's the same elevation height as the train line. It probably is. It probably is right now. But if I use the 4-lane road just here, so going through, the slope is too steep, apparently. The slope is too steep, but if I try and... well, I'm probably going to want it about there, yeah. So if I select here again, bring it to here, and where does the slope not become too steep? Is that as low as I can go down? How low is that road? What if I anarchy it? See, anarchy makes everything better. He makes everything better. I'm choking on my own words right now. Right, okay, so let me bring this up. Now, at what point does it come out the tunnel? I should really make my own tunnel, shouldn't I? Right, if I select here, and then kind of go in by 10, but go full maximum, well, 30 down. How does that look? See, that's not too bad. It looks more flat, and that can come out as a bridge. Yeah. So if I just do a simple and solid connection, let's say like this, right? And then we're gonna have to try and use the underground. Well, I say underground. The roundabout mod. Do you know what? I can't even do an underground underneath, can I? Holy smokes! This is gonna be more difficult than I thought. Right, we'll leave that for now. I won't do the roundabout just yet. Okay, because first I want to see how much traffic would actually utilize this, you know, being used on this area. So at this point then, we're coming out as a bridge. Now if I came out straight, we're getting to this area. So if I go by 120, what's the height on that bridge? Oh my goodness me, that bridge is low. That bridge is very low. Okay, let me scrap that idea. Right, maybe come out of there again. And I'm going to bring this up. By 24. I know it does a weird little dip there. But we'll sort this out right now, the elevation. Let me go underground as well and select that node just there. Elevate these puppies up. And in reality, it would be nice if I can maybe upgrade this. Okay, is that the whole thing's classed as a tunnel? Right, okay. Scrap the idea for now, because I'm going to get too carried away and caught up in the details. Right, so at least I can bring it, say, to here. With that whole elevation height. And then we want to kind of bring it down. So if I then, say, get to... Right, I'm trying to keep it snapped in line. To there, so it's still on 2, so it's kind of slightly raised. So we're clipping the very edge of it. Now it ain't going to be a pretty kind of system, but we are going to roll with it. So I'm going to run it to here. Right, it's definitely not pretty, okay? But if I ever work with this kingdom, I end up redoing it and just reconfiguring it because I don't really know how we're going to play around with this. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring it kind of slightly out to then turn it in. So if I bring it to... I also need to bring it on the ground as well. So here. And we'll utilize this little turn. like that, and then this will allow me then bring it to here to create our junction connection. So it's quite funky. I'm choking on the funkiness. Sunny egg slowly dying. It's quite funky, but we got this. We got this. So I bring it up by 10 across to there. Do another 10, but then bring it down by 6. I do a 6 by 6, 6 by 6. But that moment there, we're on the ground. And then we can connect up beautifully on either side. So we'll do a nice little connection by 10. By 10. Obviously got to flip this one around. We'll single lane that. I don't really know how much traffic we're going to be expecting on this. Oh, but that dude's already taken the wrong turn. But he's going to flip back around right now. Okay, so... Right, so if I go from here, 6 by 6 here, 6 by 6. So they're going to connect in different ways. Alright, just do it there. Just do it there. Flip that bad boy round. There we go. So get that all lined up like that. So not the best of connections. This is probably, well, I say it's not my finest work, but at the end of the day, it should work. Now I know, I'm fully well aware that I don't have a connection over here, like a proper one for the roundabout. But we'll get onto that just a little bit later. I just want to add that in, just so vehicles can redirect themselves and reroute themselves and just kind of then see what happens. So then I can start looking at solving some of the traffic issues further down the road. Now, first things first then, we have a lot of traffic that needs to come pumping through this tunnel. Before I could do that, I noticed that the roundabout is a little bit jammed. So even if I did clear them and got more coming through, they're going to hit this roundabout and have an issue. Now, the big issue is, it's vehicles coming straight over and off the roundabout trying to merge to all do this same line going through down this 3-lane roundabout, which then splits off into a 2 into a 2. So with that logic, I could then... Is that a 4-lane? Yeah. I could upgrade this into a 4-lane because it splits off into a 2 and a 2. And I'll tell you exactly why in just a moment. So without doing the lane management, I can then bulk that into a 2. Which this becomes a 3, which then I'm hoping this here, can I do a 3 and a 2 laner? Where do I have that ability to do a 3 and a 2 laner? Right, it's going to be on this, so I'm going to have to change the speed limit on it. I'm going to have to change the speed limit on it. But just give it a minute to figure itself out. We'll sort this out, so it merges like that. That merges like this. This merges like that. So we've got 2 lanes that can be filtered. And the reason for that is, on this junction here, now I know we have the 2 and the 2, but that one can go into both left and right. This one can go here. And I'll allow them to connect as they please. Do we have traffic lights here? Yeah, get them rid of them. They're gone. So I'm hoping that they just kind of now freely flow out and we can do 2 lanes at once, thus keeping the traffic moving. And they switch lanes in this little area as well, so yeah, it should be okay. Now, speed limit is default to 60, but I'm going to change it now to 80 to match all the other stuff. So they can just tear down this road a million miles an hour. And if I can push more traffic through, then we're on to a winner. Why are they slowing down so much here? They've got the ability to flow. What's the speed limit here? It's 100. Is it because it's like a borderline a very, very sharp bend? I don't see why. But it is now clearing some of this. So we'll have a little, well, try and fast forward it. Okay, so if I deleted this here, just there, deleted that back a bit. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend that curvature a bit more, just so it's not as harsh. So we go to there and then to there. So bring that straight. Have a slight bend there. So reducing the curvature means that they can approach and enter that highway with a little bit more speed. So if I now got to do this bit here, yeah. So let's go. So let them configure themselves. So they should be entering or driving through this now with a little bit more speed. Oh, we got power. Ooh, damn, we got power issues. Why have we got power issues? What happened? What happened for us to get power issues? Did something die on one of these connections going over? Is that what it was? Will that give us the power needed? Yeah. Yeah, I might have deleted one of the power lines. So yeah, the fact that they can then tear down this a lot quicker right now, which will then hopefully clear this as time goes on. Which then means with confidence, there's a lot of traffic here as well. With a bit more confidence, I can bring more vehicles down. Now we have a problem here, so I'm going to bulk up this road right now to a little bit of a doubler. Bring those vehicles in and through. So 4 lanes allows us to tear the vehicles all the way down. So I'll do it all the way down to here because I'm kind of hoping we can use it as a little bypass. I might have to remove that bus line in just a second. So I'll do it down here because I'm seeing that they're using it as quite a heavily used route at the minute. I'll bring it to there where it connects back to a 4-lane road as well. Just got to do that little tunnel section. There we go. So then here, I'll merge them 2 into a 1. So these guys are turning over on that one, which filters the traffic off there a little bit easier and smoother. Roundabout is looking a lot clearer. Vehicles are just sorting out their lane management right now. So hopefully this works. Hopefully this is going to rock and roll and work for us. So yeah, now it's time to start bringing vehicles out here a lot quicker. So they come out very slow. They're fixated in their lanes. So to get to this part right now is when they kind of switch lanes. So if they want to turn off on that little side just there. So what if I said that this also could be how you merge into there and then fixated these lanes? So everyone's locked into the lane. They're locked in and they know exactly where they need to go. So they should flow through here pretty quickly right now. What is the speed limit on this? It's set at 60. So if I keep it to 80... Oh, it's the underground road. What is that? Why is it? It's 90 there. So they are coming to slow down a little bit. But it would be nice to get them to kind of utilize more of the road. Now, they're underground. They're doing what they've got to do. And it all happens on this monstrosity we've got right now. So, if anything, I've got to clear them through a lot more. So what is the speed limit going through this? It's at 90. So the speed limit's good. The speed limit is good. They all see... What's the lane management? Have I done like lane management going all the way down? Not really. So I could set it up further back. But I don't know how that will play out. I mean, I could widen the road. So... I could set it up as one of these type of roads. 8-lane road. Oh my goodness me, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Let's try an 8-lane road and just see what happens. I know widening the road capacity is not a way to increase the flow of the traffic. Because widening the capacity just means more, you know, it can handle more vehicles, but it doesn't solve the traffic issue. So if I then quickly now sort out this lane stuff here, because it's all going to get messy. See what happens. But I'm interested to see right now with a wider capacity how the traffic flows through. So it looks like it can flow through a lot more. It can utilize more of the lanes, which should hopefully push this through a lot easier. You never know. I mean, it could be the worst decision I've ever made, but prepare for a huge bulk of traffic right now to tear through this area. Okay, so we'll give it some time for that to sort itself out and see what's going down. How many vehicles using this road? Not many. And why is that, boys? They're all choosing to do that little turn to go down here. So I'm hoping then with this now slowly moving, it might eventually clear this in the long run. So that little bridge might not be the best idea for me. But we started to see some movement anyway. Movement is a good thing, as the vehicles are now clearing. But I'm not liking this. What is going on here? So if I fixate this lane... Oh, okay, because we're merging into a singular right now. There we go. So I'm making all that vehicle traffic right now do a turn. It doesn't need to. But I've got to give it some movement because it's going to cause some backlogs to the vehicles right now. So at least that will start moving. Vehicles are pushing through. We've got movement, which means this will start moving, which will then reduce the backlogs coming. There's so many backlogs coming out, which this is causing movement over here. So should we upgrade this? I know it's a bad idea. But I'm seeing instant results just by having a wider road. Bam! It's probably not the best idea to throw it down like that. I don't think it will make much difference with that type of road anyway. I really don't think it will. But looking a little bit clearer. Lots of vehicles now to push through. At least this is all moving, so it will get all this moving. So slow progression. So expect a lot of traffic to hit over here. Right, Oil Town. You've been having issues for days. I could never solve you. Now this all comes down to the shipping route. So I know the shipping route comes down to here. It goes up to there. And it ends there. So is it time that I connected them all back up? Why not? What's going on? Ah, it's because I got that selected. So I think it might be time to get them all connected back up again. Because then might change what ports they use. Because now I can connect them straight over. Which connects both sides of the map up right now via ships. So they haven't got a little filter into the train line over here. Which is what we've been doing for like ages. Because I now see train jams hooking up as well. So these changes, we might see a huge impact. At the same time, we might not, and then just see like a load of problems being caused. But it's moving. They're moving right now. Load of clearance around here, so that roundabout should slowly keep progressing. But the backlog goes up to this tail end over there. So you know what I'm going to do? We're going to set up a little bypass road. So bringing that further down. Like that, and I've got to make sure that the speed limit on that road, we'll do 140. To make it a lot quicker than the roundabout. They'll never do 140. Make it a lot quicker so they can bypass that roundabout, so everyone doing that right turn won't have to hit the roundabout. Thus meaning that these guys here won't get held up as much because everyone's not making that turn. But I've now just got to wait for the vehicles to update their routes and understand that that is now a possibility. There we go. Some vehicles are now already using it. So every vehicle that does this little bypass is less vehicle going around the roundabout as time goes on. Meaning these vehicles here can flow through a lot smoother, a lot quicker. So yeah, we're going to get a lot of now vehicles moving. So which will then push all this traffic here through a lot quicker. Small improvements. Small little improvements. Even though we can't see it, small little improvements. Lots of traffic now coming in. Going all the way back down. So they're waiting to get in, but they can't get in because they're waiting for all these vehicles to get out. And then, like I said before, we're going to get backlogs now on this ring road because we've pushed all the traffic through. And we'll sort out the filtering now. So, let's get this all set up. So I'm going to do the whole thing like this. Then we're going to choose key moments where they can filter over into a different lane. So I only need to filter the middle one. So I'm going to allow these guys here to filter just there. And allow it to happen over here. Just there. So by getting into them two lanes there, by switching over the ability to allow them to do it, then decides whether they're going straight on or to the right. That's where we choose that ability, which should hopefully keep all this now flowing through. Because they've got no other choice, so just kind of give it a minute to update. But they've got no other choice on where they can go. Kill off you. Okay, so these vehicles are still filtering, they're still set on that path to do so. So keeping them moving, keeping this moving, which keeps all this moving. And then we've got it going good. So once we've got them flowing, if I see any hiccups, it'll be in the bits where they cross over. So yeah, all these areas we're going to experience high volumes of traffic right now as we clear this backlog. Coming into here looks pretty... Oh, this is nice and clean now, which is good. Real good right now. Real good that we're pretty much clear. So vehicles are still filtering out. Might be a good idea right now to do a... Can I get out of underground mode? What's going on? Oh, there we go. So, we almost go 4 lanes here, but I'll do 4 lanes now. Bulk up the traffic. Get these guys filtered out. Which then means when you get to this little section, 4 lanes, 4 lanes. Four lanes, keep the traffic moving. And now we've got plenty of movement on the go. Nice. Right, good stuff. So what's my traffic flow right now? So last episode it was 44%. So we got it up to 63%, which is good. Now we've solved issues everywhere else, so all this traffic flowed through should eventually get itself through. So I'm not worried too much about it just yet. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Now this underground section then, that was happening over here, how's it now looking? So vehicles are flowing through. There seems to be traffic lights here. Turn them off. And then if I could sort out this lane management here, so they know now which side of the road they can use the bypass on, so it'll change the approach of everybody else then driving up, which hopefully we can clear all this. That's slightly being used by some vehicles heading in the opposite direction, but again I've got to wait for all this to clear. So then I decided to switch over just before the lane management, but it is what it is, I suppose. Which these vehicles are now... oh, okay, so they keep stopping there. So I've got to allow them to flow through. So they keep pushing. Right, this is now slowly moving. The backlog is slowly dying down. Now what about through here? I mean, there's always going to be a lot of traffic on there anyway, so no matter what I do. But with the little setup I did here, it seems to sort the traffic out exponentially. Got a little backlog going down here right now. Now this all comes down to these guys switching their lanes. But even though it's kind of causing a backlog, it's not a huge issue. But what I could do right now is widen this to a 3 lane. Right, and then we widen that to a 2. So sort out the lane management again. They're all now turning round. So just here is where they'll all then start to switch. But if I do it where they only switch like this, and then I'm going to bulk up this lane into 2. So in reality, well, that can go straight on. That lane there has the siding turning left and right. So let's just see how this plays out first then. So let's give it a minute to kind of figure out what is now going down. So we'll only see a little bit of an issue just there, but at least it's kind of pushing all these through. And they can still hit them turns no matter what. Unless I do the same system as before, where I, rather than make these guys merge there, because the traffic's quite minimal, I make them do it there. So we stagger in the crossover. So it should spread everybody out. Which that should hopefully start clearing that little bit. But it's not the biggest issue in the world that I've got right now anyway. I could have worse issues. So we're widening that then. It looks like we might need to widen this. And then go for the same process again. There we go. Which then allows us to do this. Clearing that out a bit more. Okay. So these guys are slowly filtering out. They'll take some time. But the traffic filtering in has been able to do what it needed to do. Tollbooth Island looking a lot smoother. This area right now, we got the overpass on the go. Vehicles moving in. So it did originally backlog all the way up to here. The backlog's now just down to here. So that is now moving. Still waiting for these vehicles to flow through. So another big issue is the crisscross that's happening just there. So if I then also set up straight at here, so everyone now is like dead set in their ways and their lines. So I could say that they can't use that. So it determines from what direction they come in, thus filtering that traffic a bit more. Also make this go straight on. Just to simply eliminate the traffic on that junction, so it all pushes through once it gets to there. It will redirect a lot of the traffic now. Which can only be a good thing. So that backlog's now pretty much all gone. So we're now down to this area. So around here it was really bad. It's still pretty bad. Looking a little bit clearer just here and there. As you've got that additional little connection as they can then go in a different direction. But it's still not perfect. I gotta drop a roundabout there. I won't do it now though. So I've just got to try and filter all this out first. So definitely still moving, looking good. Give it some time. So now we have the ability for the ships to pass through. There's not as many ships now waiting for here. Has any ships decided to go down? Yeah, that ship's now going down that route. So I'm not saying it's going to take away all the traffic going down to the Oil Town connection here. I'm not saying that because there is like a sheer amount of it coming down, which is ridiculous. But I wonder how it's going to change things in the long run. Right, we're looking good everywhere else. So what are we at now then? 68. So we've gone up a percent or two. All that's now cleared. Now we've sorted this little section out. So sweet little improvements are making a huge impact. That's all nicely flowy as well. So the reason these guys are so jam-packed is because they're always doing a 90-degree turn here. No question about it. They're always hitting that 90-degree. Yeah? Now I could do little slip roads, but I'll leave it for now. No issues on the Veganville, is there? No. Nothing on Oil Town. I mean, I know we've got this, but it's always the same. I mean, Oil Town, sorry. It's the same as Oil Town. It's the closest shipping route. So you're going to get that traffic. But it would just be nice right now to clear all this. So it is slowly pushing through. And what we'll do here, so what we've done in other places, we treat this as the overpass. So I'm going to do it this type of road right now. 8. Oh snap, I didn't mean to do that. So what it allows us to do then is any vehicles that wanted to do the little turn in, they can turn there, go down over there, and then they're in this side. And vice versa, they can cross over in him. Allows the vehicles to flow a lot more. and get over right interrupting this. I could probably do the same to this as well. So I pause just here, delete you, because we have the other tunnels on the other sides, like here and here, to get on the other different areas. We can just treat that as a complete through road. So then hopefully pushing a lot more of that traffic through and clearing Fishtown a bit more. So you can see where the current traffic is now currently lying. We have then the police station, which now needs to slightly move. Good stuff. So this is a little bit crazy. For now, if I can even find the junction, which I think it's slightly impossible. Oh no, it's there. So what I could do is I can make these go straight on and that turn happen there. So that will be for here. I'm just doing this until I place the roundabout in. So that's how it would work. So hopefully they're not tripping over one another as much as they are right now, for the vehicles that want to go straight on versus the ones that want to turn. So that should create some clearance. And the ones that turn merge in different lanes. So Fishtown is looking pretty clear right now. It's got the odd vehicle or two still coming in. But yeah, this... Oh, they're turning around here. Right, make that go straight. Stop that from happening. They were coming down there and going back on themselves. I don't want that to happen. So traffic flow is now 70%. It's now 70%. So we'll sort these guys out here then, because they've been waiting long enough. So it's a standard 2x2. Hurrah. Which allows them obviously to flow in a little bit more smoother, easier. It's not a 90-degree turn they make now, it's a gradual turn into the roundabout, which should keep the flow high. So we'll sort out the flow just there. So if they're entering with a little bit of speed, they keep up the speed. Should keep them moving. Not bad. So we'll never see the end to this tailback in Oil Town. We'll never see the end of it. But we do have ships able to sail past, which then hopefully reduces the amount of ships coming down this route. So it's all a benefit. How's this now looking over here? So slowly getting there. The backlight comes all the way to the exit. So that'll be stuff that just takes time to clear. It will now just take sweet time to clear. That's looking a lot more flowy. Roundabout's doing its thing. So it just takes time. Just takes time. Everywhere else don't look too shabby. Now, considering the amount of vehicles we've got going around, considering the amount of how unsophisticated the roads are because we are island to island bound, 70%, I'll take that. I'll legit take that right now. So I think we can finally bring an end to the traffic management and go back to the expansions. Guys, if you want to see anything or want me to build anything within the Fool's Kingdom, then please leave some comments down below. If you're new around here, smash that like button, subscribe so you are notified that next episode does come out. But until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.